Sports News coming to you from our studios in Lahore. I'm Joseph Hyatt, and these are the top stories. We begin here in Pakistan, where flash floods triggered by torrential rains have killed at least 36 people across the country. According to disaster management authorities, 24 people were killed and 13 others injured in northwestern KPK province. Officials in eastern Punjab province said that 9 people were killed when 3 roofs collapsed in Multan city. In western Balochistan province, officials say that flash floods submerged villages near the town of Lasbela, killing 3 and displacing 200 families. Moving on to Bangladesh, where at least 81 people have died after a fire blazed through multiple buildings in the capital Dhaka. The fire service said the blaze started on the ground floor of a chemical warehouse and raced through other buildings. They also say that the blaze was fueled further by pickup vans carrying gas cylinders within the vicinity. Officials have warned that the death toll could rise as several people are still trapped inside the buildings. Next, Pakistan has said that India failed to answer all crucial questions in the Kashmiri Jadhav case at the International Court of Justice. Presenting the closing argument of the case, Pakistan's counsel, Barrister Khawar Qureshi, said that India did not answer the question regarding Jadhav's nationality. Qureshi questioned why India has failed to answer if the person in Pakistan's custody was Kashmiri Jadhav or Mubarak Patel. Earlier, India surrendered its demand for Jadhav's acquittal and release. In a complete U-turn of its stance, New Delhi pleaded to the ICJ to annul Jadhav's sentence and to refer the case to a civilian court. Kashmiri Jadhav, an Indian naval officer, was arrested from Pakistan's Balochistan province, and he confessed to crimes of espionage and terrorism. Moving on, India has withdrawn security forces from 18 Kashmiri leaders amidst ongoing violence by Hindu extremists in occupied Kashmir. In a statement, Jammu and Kashmir state government said the provision of security to the Kashmiri leaders is a wastage of resources. The state government also withdrew the security of 155 political figures, including those from some mainstream opposition parties. A general strike is being observed in Jammu to protest against the harassment of Kashmiri Muslims. Meanwhile, the UN has condemned violence against Muslims in occupied Kashmir after the Pulwama attack. Next, the latest fighting in Afghanistan has claimed the lives of 17 Taliban fighters and government soldiers. The Defense Ministry has said that 12 Taliban fighters were killed in southern and western Afghanistan. It said that 5 insurgents were killed in a security forces raid on a narcotics laboratory in western Herat province. The Defense Ministry said that another 5 Taliban fighters were killed in an airstrike in southern Uruzgan province. 2 more Taliban fighters were also killed in a ground operation in neighbouring Kandahar province. The Taliban has said it killed 5 Afghan soldiers and wounded 4 others in eastern Nangarhar province. Key rivals of Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have formed an alliance to contest general elections scheduled for April. In a statement, the Resilience Party said that Benny Gantz, Yair Lapid and Moshe Yaalon have decided to field a joint list of candidates. In the event of an election victory, they would reform a new Israeli ruling party. Gantz and Lapid have agreed that each will serve as Prime Minister for half of the 5-year term if they win. In anticipation of the opposition alliance, Netanyahu has orchestrated a merger of far-right parties to help him win re-election. In sports news now, where England have won the first one-day international against the West Indies by 6 wickets. Centuries by Jason Roy and Joe Root helped England complete their highest ever one-day run chase. Battling first at Bridgetown, the West Indies scored 360 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Chris Gale top-scored with 135 runs, including 12 sixes. England's Jason Roy and Joe Root both scored centuries to chase down the total with 8 balls to spare. Roy was declared player of the match. Well, that's you up to date this hour, but be sure to keep us in your social media timeline, where you can find the details on all of our main stories and some exclusive footage from some of our flagship shows. That's the headlines this hour.